Hi, in this lesson we're going to be talking about password managers and how you could use them to safely store all of your passwords to reduce the risk of your accounts being hacked. Alright, so there's a couple types of password managers you could use. There's the local kind and there is also the online kind, which we have here. So one of the benefits of having just a local password manager is everything is stored on your local computer and encrypted on your hard drive. But one of the benefits of using an online account manager is that you could use the same one for multiple devices, even your mobile devices like your phone and tablet. Okay, so we're going to be using this free Avira password manager, and they also have a pay-for version with additional features. So once you set it up, you need to make a master password, which is what you use to get into your account to manage all of your website passwords. So you have to make sure you remember this, because if you lose this, then you're not going to be able to get in, and Avira or these other companies are not going to have any access to this password. So for example, if we forgot the master password and we don't have this installed on a mobile device, master password cannot be restored. They can help you reset your account, but that's not going to help you get your master password back. So just remember to keep that in a safe place or try to remember it. Okay, so I'm going to unlock the account here. Now this is something you don't want to do right here. You don't want to save your master password in your browser, because that way if somebody gets in your computer and they get to your saved passwords, they will have your master password. Okay, so we have some websites here. Let me shrink this down a bit. So this is just a test account, so we have a few different websites here stored. And you could add a new one, putting in the website, the username and password. Let's just make up a site here. This might actually be a real site. And you could put in the password for your account. So the username doesn't have to be an email address, it could be your username. So if we put in the password, let's say it's password 123. You could view it, and you can see time needed to crack your password, 60 seconds. So it tells you how good or bad your password is. So what you can do too is generate a password, and if you like it, you could use this one. You could change the settings, and then it gives you an estimate of how long it would take to crack this password. I don't know if I would believe this or not, 3,000 years, because depending on the method used to crack your password, it might be pretty easy after all. And then if you want to use this password, you could just click on this, and then that'll be your new password. But the thing you need to remember is that when you go to the website and try and log in with this password manager, you're going to need to change your password on the site to match this new one, because you're not going to automatically be able to log in with this until you do so. All right, then you could also add some notes if you want, use some tags to organize your passwords if you have a lot of them, add pictures and so on. So if it looks good, just click on Save, and then close. Now it's added to your list there. And then you can view your password like so, copy it, copy the username, edit it, delete it, make it a favorite. Then you can click on this little guy here to take you right there. So this is an actual website after all. All right, then we have these other ones. So I'm going to show you an example of how this works. So if I were to click on this box.com, it's going to take me to the site, but it's not going to log me in until I click on Login. Then you can see it fills it in automatically. And we have the little Avira icon there. But what you could do too is you could change the website address to the actual logon page. So let me go back there real quick. So this link right here is the actual login page. So if you want to either change this to the login page, or you could add a linked URL by going to the settings here, like that, and I'll show you how that works. So now I could either click on this to go to box.com and then go to the sign-in page, or I could click on my linked URL here and go right to the sign-on page. And you can see it fills it in, and I go to next. Then it fills it in for me, and I'm good to go. Except I got to check the box there. Like so. Okay, so now for this Best Buy one, for example, I could go to the account page, sign in. So you can see it fills in the name and password because it's on one page and actually signs in. But you'll also notice too that little pop-up is because I had the password saved in the Google Password Manager. I have it in here. like so. So if you plan on using a password manager, you might want to remove your saved passwords from your browser because that's a security risk anyways. For example, if once they have your PIN for your computer, they could just put it in and see all of your saved passwords. Okay, so now I'm going to log out here. Okay, so now I'm going to change the password here, and I'll show you what I was talking about from the other example. So this says 10 years needed to crack, which is pretty good. I'll change the password. I'll use the password they give me. This is my new password. I'll save it. So now watch what happens when I go back to Best Buy and sign in. So it's trying to use this new password and it says it failed because Best Buy didn't know of my new password. Just because I changed it in the password manager doesn't mean that the websites are going to know. So you're going to have to go into your account, change the new password to match, and then it will work. So the whole point of this generate a password thing is just to give you an idea of what kind of secure passwords you could use if you don't want to use the ones that you already have. And then depending on which password manager you use, you could have sections for notes, install mobile apps, have your wallet to store credit cards, and that type of thing. And also view your connected devices and so on. All right, so there's your quick overview of password managers and how they work. But like I said, depending on if you use an online password manager or a local one, the process is going to vary, the features are going to vary, and the security options are going to vary. So just keep that in mind when checking them out. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.